Hello and good morning. It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Onyison. Thank you for joining us. Now we start off with the ongoing reconciliation meeting where the Minister of Labour and Employment, Mohammed Dingyadi, and the Minister of State, Nkiruka Onyejocha, are still in a closed-door meeting with the striking union leaders. Present at the meeting are Dangote Group representatives, MRS representatives, NUPENG and NLC leaders. The Minister of Labour and Employment, Mohammed Dingyadi, had appealed to all the parties to allow peace reign and embrace dialogue. The meeting, which started at exactly 5:10 yesterday evening, is still ongoing. French lawmakers voted to oust Prime Minister François Bayrou Monday, plunging the country into a new political crisis and leaving it without a government at a time of increasing economic strain and geopolitical tensions. A total of 364 MPs voted against François Bayrou, and 194 voted for him after he called the vote in a bid to push through an unpopular 44 billion euros, that's $51 billion savings plan that included scrapping 2 public holidays and freezing government spending. The 364 votes against Bayrou were well above the 280 vote threshold needed to topple the government. Bayrou will now be forced to step down after just 9 months in office, following in the footsteps of his predecessor, Michel Barnier, who lost a no-confidence vote last December. François is expected to submit his resignation to French President Emmanuel Macron Tuesday morning. And that's all we can take on the news updates for Wake Up Nigeria this morning. But we have so much more coming your way. Stay with us. Welcome back. Now it's time for our parenting segment, and the topic today is a sensitive digital one. We have Mr. Femi Shofolue back here to discuss the digital ecosystem, screens, socials, gaming, and online safety. Now it's driven by a strong desire to raise exceptional young adults. Now he founded Leke's Library, a free learning hub that gives teens and youth access to books and resources for growth. It's great to have you back with us.
Thank you for having me again this morning.
Wow, okay. The digital ecosystem, what is the new reality in 2025?
Well, the same way we have the real world, it's pertinent for parents to know that there's another world that exists entirely now, and that is what I call the digital ecosystem. The same way we have the normal ecosystem in life, and engaging with them and managing them can either build you or break you. In the same way, the digital ecosystem builds and breaks people. So they need to know that this world exists now.
Yeah.
It's not just something you engage with, it's actually a world. Some people live there now.
Sure.
And then you have to let your children know that the same way they have to be careful here in the real world, the same way they engage with the real world, they need to be careful with ecosystem, digital ecosystem, and then engage well with it to make maximum use of it.
Okay, so I love what you said here, the real world versus the online, of course, digital ecosystem. It exists, and I feel like a lot of parents are still a little bit in denial of the fact that it exists. But if we move on from that, what exactly are the, should I call them consequences or repercussions of parents not enlightening themselves about the ecosystem and, of course, enlightening their kids?
As a parent, I'm sure you will not be comfortable with your child leaving home and not telling you exactly where they are going, or when they will be coming back, or with whom they will be going.
That's in the real world?
That is in the real world.
Okay.
That exactly is what the other ecosystem we're talking about is.
Okay.
If your child has a phone and you still feel like you don't understand this ecosystem we're talking about and you don't care, is equal to your child going out of your home in the real world,
wow.
and you don't know where they are going, with whom they are going, or what they are going there to do.
Wow.
So you need to familiarize yourself. It's not something you can shy away from, or you say, I'm too old for this thing. It's a thing you actually need to learn. They need guidance in that world. So as a parent, it is pertinent for you to engage with this digital ecosystem, know what it entails, and tutor your children in that line. One of my mentors learned to play PS5 recently. He's a very old man, over 50, and he learned it so much to the point where he is now beating his children in that game, and this gives him the leverage and opportunity to teach them the real value in this world that these children always stay in. Now he's an authority there. They even tell their friend, Daddy beat me last night, and all those things. And that gave him the moral authority to tell them what is safe and what is not. It creates a ground for conversation. But imagine if he doesn't know how to play that, and his children are always on it. The only thing he can do is to shout them down, and they will just always say that he doesn't know what is happening. It's not cool. So as parents, you can't shy away from this thing. It's a real thing that exists, and you need to familiarize yourself with it. And just like in the real world, these places also have their own pit holes. They have their danger zones. And these danger zones, except you engage with it, you may not know. And if you are the type that don't really know how to engage, that is why we have Google. That is why we have our AI. You can ask questions, and they can guide you on how to safeguard your children in this world. Social media now is a place for comparison, a place for agitation, a place for social media trend that end lives, end property, set properties ablaze if care is not taken.
I want to touch on that issue of trends. Because there are trends that involve, dances, that seem fun and energetic, but then there's some trends that get very dangerous. I remember one particular trend where people were piling crates on top of each other.
Just imagine that.
Just to get views, and then climbing to the top of the crates. And obviously, a lot of people got seriously wounded by these trends.
Some people actually died.
So sad.
Just imagine, and some of these people that died, none of their family member knew what they were engaging with. Because sometimes they go out to make this shoot. But imagine you have seen this online, and you have educated your children about it, probably even show them the consequences. Because already we have seen videos of those who are badly injured, some lost their spinal cord for life. Imagine you have engaged them with that. Beyond what they just see on TikTok or Snapchat, you show them the real world implication of engaging in such trend. I'm sure it will, in a way, safeguard them from engaging in it. So
what you are saying is adults, parents, caregivers need to engage in this ecosystem themselves.
It's a world. The same way you engage with the real world, you need to engage with social media world. You need to engage with this ecosystem. It's a requirement.
You can't ignore it.
You can't ignore it anymore. Before we were thinking, oh, maybe if we don't do it in my house, we are safe. You are no longer safe. It's a real thing now, and everybody just have to switch there. Like when phone came to existence, a lot of people feel like, oh, it's not a big deal. But now everybody knows it's a big deal. You can't do almost anything now except you have your smartphone.
I have to say thank you to you, Mr. Femi, for coming to join us today. This conversation is not one that we can finish right now, but would love to hear your thoughts online. Please use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and let us know your thoughts. Ask questions, contribute to the conversation, and we'll be taking it further from there. Thank you so much. It's actually given me a lot to think about myself, but we'll be seeing you again next week.
Thank you so much.
Indeed. Thank you.
All right. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria, and we're still right here in the kitchen making our sumptuous egusi soup and semo.
Yes, so
all made with love by Chef Vivi Sasa. Now, we've made our egusi soup. We fried the onions. You will use the palm oil, fry the onions, the peppers, added the egusi slurp. It was a paste.
It was a paste, yes. So we just each spoon into the palm oil just to fry it a bit. Then before we added our our proteins, our stockfish, our dry fish, and the mede.
It looks really good. I don't know if you can see inside the pot, but it looks really good. And I hope what you're making at home is also as good as this. Look at that. All right, so now we're going to be moving over to our semo.
Yes.
So now I hear that there's a trick to make semo, because a lot of people, when they do it, you know, it has you know, the little lumps and whatnot. So what is your own trick to making semo?
So it was even my mom that taught me how to make the semo. Before, I just used to waste semo and I would just pour it, everything raw, into my hot water. But she taught me that, you know, you have to make it to a slurry first, just a bit into water, and then you just, you know, make it, you just mix it and make it like a paste. You know, it's called a slurry. So when you're done with that, the water shouldn't be too hot.
Okay.
When you now pour it to, you know, make it. So I'm just going to make this water a bit hotter than this, not to a boil, though, just, you know, just to stir it up. And when we have that, you know, consistency, then we're not, then we'll now start pouring the
So we have all of the ingredients on the screen. If you want to make this at home, get all of these ingredients. You can even write it down if you want, and then make it another time. And this is for your sumptuous egusi soup and semo.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're still going to be working. I'm doing a lot of work here, even though nobody can see all that I'm doing. But now we're going to have another musical performance. Titi, please take it away for us. All right, you're still watching Wake Up Nigeria, and right now it's time for our relationship segment. On relationship, we're looking into the fine lines between friendships and relationships. And the question here is her bestie really just her bestie? And I'm here with Miracle Hioma. He's a lifestyle or life coach in this case, also a clinical psychologist. Hi, Miracle. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, so in our local parlance, they always say that now from clap, them they enter dance, right? And so most times, a lot of people say they're best friends with someone, but is it possible that there is much more? And is it possible to have a friend or a bestie in Nigeria and there isn't maybe any feelings there? Or is it maybe, you know, our own societal pressure that we put on people that you cannot be, a man and a woman cannot just be friends?
Well, I think it really shows and tells how much values are broken down in the society. Because really, a man doesn't need to have a woman or lady as a bestie and vice versa for him to cheat if he wants to.
True.
Right? There are people who you would never see them have anybody they call bestie or any close friend of the opposite sex, and yet they are sleeping around. So I think it's much more about the values of the person involved. As we have seen people who have had besties and it's just platonic, and we have seen people who have had besties and it is more than platonic, and vice versa. So deductive reasoning will tell you that it goes beyond the bestie tag, even though there should be boundaries, to saying, okay, what are the values of this person and what are their beliefs about life and relationships.
Okay, it's quite interesting you say that, you know, the society, because we're Nigerians and we're known for community, we're known for closeness. Everybody looks out for everybody, right? So when there is the whole, because on social media, you know, there's been talks about that, you cannot have a male bestie, you cannot have a female bestie. There's obviously something underlying there. But I want to take it over to even Christian brothers and Christian sister, my Christian brother, my Christian sister. At what point do we draw the line to say, you know what? If it's friendship, it has to be just that. And if there's something more, you can come out and say what it is.
Yes, yes. And I think communication really, in this particular case that you've mentioned, I think that people should be clear about what they want. That's why it's important to define relationships from time to time, to really be sure exactly what it is you're doing with the person, especially when you sense that, okay, there might be something more here, or it looks like this person is going beyond a set boundary, because boundaries, you know, should exist in relationships, especially when it's platonic and, you know, you are just friends, right? There should be boundaries as to what to do and what not to do. So when the person begins to go beyond those fine lines, then you want to define the relationships, right? You want to ask, what exactly are we doing, or what is it that you want? It's important to be, I know culturally a lot of ladies particularly would say, it seems odd it looks like I might be asking the man out, especially if the lady likes the man. Like, it looks like I'm asking him. But no, that's not what it is. You are just trying to know exactly what you're doing, because a lot of men have, you know, been like canopies in the life of many ladies, especially in Christian settings, where a guy is very close to a lady for many years, and because of the presence of that guy, no other person is approaching this lady, because they feel or think that there's something more than just friendships, right? And if that lady doesn't stand up to really define the relationship, it could go on and on like that for a very long time. So it's important to define relationships.
But there is the stigma of, as a woman, how can you ask a man out? I know there's the popular question that we'll always ask, what are we? And in fact,
I think nothing but pencils in the hand of the equator.
I think even someone had sang about that, what are we or something, because it's very popular. And when men hear that question, what are we? It's either they're there to define it or they are ready to flee.
Yeah.
But is it in a sane society? I'm not saying Nigeria is not a sane society, but in any society, should it matter who ask the other person out?
Well,
because a lot of women will feel like, it's my pride, I should be chased.
True.
Right? Not the other way around. So the man should chase me.
And a lot of men too would either be put off when the lady asks them out, or they withdraw even if they had interest, because they might feel like the lady's cheap. But all of that is cultural, to be honest. Because at the end of the day, it shouldn't really matter, especially when you both like each other, right? But since we are in the African setting, I would advise the lady to maybe give signals,
breadcrumbing.
Exactly, give some green lights that, okay, I like you and all of that. Ask, leading questions, what I call leading questions that would make the guy open up. In those instances, if he doesn't now open up, then you won't know that, okay, maybe this guy is not interested in me.
Right. So let's circle back to, is her bestie really her bestie? A lot of people always frown to that, and they'll tell you, why can't you be bestie with a woman? And even in marriages, there are cases where people have broken up that, oh, she has a male best friend. But how about cases where people have probably grown up from time, maybe they went to primary school or secondary school together? How can you make your partner feel secured even when you have a bestie of the opposite sex?
Yeah, so I also think that we throw around the word bestie a lot, and maybe we even need to define what exactly it is, because
if you were to define it, how would you define it?
Well, I would define like Henry Ford defines it. Okay. Henry Ford defines your best friend as the person who brings out the best in you.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So I would say that a lot of the times, I think that it might be healthy if we take away the bestie. We might have a lot more success with this conversation if we take around the bestie. So say, can a man be friends with a woman? And can a woman be friends with a man?
And leave it as that.
As that. But it is when we add the tag of bestie that the issue now comes up. Because now bestie, connotes that this is the closest person to you.
You do everything with that person.
You do everything with that person. And of course, when you are in a relationship, friendship should be the foundation of every relationship, like I believe. So you might make your partner uncomfortable if you have another person who you are closer to than him or her. So it's if we take away the bestie, we might have a more healthy conversation about friendships, platonic friendships, and relationships. But it's important that if you had a male bestie or a female bestie before a relationship or before marriage, as the case may be, number one, you want to communicate that to your partner. You want to also assure them, give them a level of assurance there's nothing going on. And thirdly, you also want to create boundaries as much as possible and let your partner see that you are actively creating those boundaries, right? And I'm sure that any sane person, and maybe you should stop calling them bestie.
Okay,
so say my friend or something.
Yeah. So when you're in a relationship or when you're married, should your partner, your spouse now, should they automatically become your bestie? Or should you just say, you know what, you're my partner, that's your role, and that's it. And this person still remains my bestie? Because from what you've said, your bestie brings out the best in you. Most times it's the person you share all the information. In fact, your best kept secrets are with your bestie. At what point should that role move over from especially now in marriages, because maybe relationships, you're not sure where it's heading or if the person is going to be with you for the long haul. But in marriages now, at what point do you switch to ensure that is your partner that you share everything with?
Yes, so very important question, really. I think I did a video one time, or when I talked about should your partner be your best friend. And that's an interesting conversation because I believe friendship is very paramount in relationships.
Yes.
In marriages, it should be the foundation of every relationship. So even when there is no friendship, it should be built. But then it should come naturally. It should not be forced. I've seen cases where, okay, because you're my partner, you must now be my bestie. So it's now forced because you must understand that your partner in a relationship or in marriage has an exclusive role that no other person can have, right? That person is your partner, primarily, right? Of course, friendship is at the base, it's at the foundation, but it is not friendship that you have. You have more than friendship, right? So it's important that that happens naturally, and also it's okay to have other people who you can call friends. Same sex, opposite sex, as the case may be. Because it might actually be choking when your partner is the only friend that you have.
All right, okay. Yeah. That's fantastic. Great conversation. I think the takers from here is you need to have your tribe, but you need to be able to set boundaries even with that tribe so that your partner can feel comfortable at every given point in time. We have to go on a short break now. We'll be looking at the fine lines between friendships and relationships with Miracle here on our relationship segment. But there's still a lot more to come. See you after this break. So now tell us, what are we making today? Because this looks good.
It looks good.
I don't know if the camera is capturing all of this. I'm like, what? Stockfish. In fact, you know what? Let's start from the beginning. Okay. First, we have Chef Bibi Sasa in the building. Hello. And she's going to whip up something really nice and sumptuous. All of the ingredients are looking really good. So Chef Bibi, do you want to tell us what you're making today?
Okay, so today we're going traditional, we're going African, we're going Nigerian. So we're making semo and egusi soup.
Wow.
Yes, so.
Semo and egusi. I love it. Love to see it.
Yes.
I can have this for breakfast, right?
My sister, in Nigeria, you can have anything you want to have for breakfast. As long as you have breakfast, anything is good to go.
But you know what they say? I think it's always about the portion. So you can have the soup because it has veggies and whatnot. But the portion matters a lot. So let's work through the ingredients. What are we using today? Okay,
so obviously we have the egusi we're going to be using here. We have protein. We're going to be using stockfish. We're going to be using, dry fish as well. This is our ugu, just to spice up the egusi, because some people just like the egusi plain. Some like it with a bit of vegetables. Some like it with a lot of vegetables. So we're just going to try and just see how we can work around that. Of course, we're going to need our palm oil, because I mean that is how we're going to have our egusi, because you can't use groundnut oil. It has to be palm oil. Then we have our peppers here already blended. Roughly, because I mean you want to taste the pepper inside, and then we have our our seasoning cubes, our thyme, curry, everything just mixed there, and of course we have our semo here. Still just to make sure the condiments are entering each other and have a lot of obstacles in your mouth. We have pomo, and then just just to spice things up, we have onions here.
Oh wow! And we'll also have the crayfish.
The crayfish, yes,
because I feel like crayfish always gives it like a different, especially with traditional food. Exactly. It gives it a different taste,
a different feel. Yes,
man, I can't wait, to taste all of this.
Right.
But speaking about egusi soup, and like you said, a lot of people make theirs differently. I know they say there's the Yoruba egusi, there's the Igbo egusi. Yeah. So which one is this one now?
This one is the egusi that you will like.
This is Chef's Bibi's egusi.
And I think what stands out in the egusi is the way you prepare it. Some like to fry it, and some just like to just cook it and boil it. Either way, it comes out nice. And it's all in the taste.
Some of them even have like the lumps inside.
Yes. It depends on your client. It depends on your audience. It depends on the people you're cooking for. If they like it lumpy, if they like it, not lumpy, a bit watery. Some even like it watery, like stew.
Wow.
My sister, you have to just understand the people that you're feeding.
Yes, and what they like.
Yes, exactly.
So let's run through the process. Okay. How do we make Chef Bibi's special egusi soup? Okay,
I mean, it depends on what you want to make first. I would just like to make everything at the same time. I'll get to boil my water for the slurry. So to make the semo, I have to just, make a slurry so that it's not going to, takoko. It means it's not going to be lumpy.
Yes.
You understand? And then for the egusi, just pour a bit of water, pour my palm oil, and, just get things started.
So you don't fry this one? You pour
I will fry it.
Okay, you would fry fry it.
I will fry it.
So you start with the palm oil.
Yes, palm oil. Let it, semi-bake and, let the fragrance. I'm not going to bleach it though.
Okay.
Because we're not making no further sauce. No, we're not going to bleach it. We're just going to make it a little bit just to be hot enough, and then start putting my egusi that is already wet, just a little bit.
So that means you're going to make a paste with
exactly.
the egusi. Interesting. Yes. So at what point does the pepper come in, the crayfish and whatnot?
So when the egusi has simmered a bit, about 5-6 minutes, I'm going to put the pepper in, and then I'm going to start introducing my stock fish and of course the dry fish. So what I'm going to do with this stockfish is to boil it.
I wanted to ask that
because some people don't like because some people don't like it hard. I mean, why would you be struggling? Exactly, you're supposed to enjoy your
meal.
So we're going to boil this and just let it cook a bit so that when you're eating, everything just tears in your mouth.
I'm excited now. I'm about to have egusi for breakfast.
Yeah.
If you have all of this, I mean, why not make egusi? Even if you don't want to have it right now, you can have it for lunch, you can have it for dinner.
You can have it with rice.
Yes, there's egusi and you can even have it with yam. I've seen weird food combos.
I'm telling you.
Right. So all of the ingredients, if you have any of this right now in your house, it's time to whip up some sumptuous egusi for you. We'll go on a short break now, and when we return, there's still more to come on Wake Up Nigeria.
Right, it's time for a final conversation. Now, we are joined by the beautiful, the electrifying Fola Priye. Now, she is a boundary-pushing Nigerian R&B artist known for her soulful sound, multi-voice, and authentic storytelling, blending English, Yoruba, and she crafts music that flows from heartbreaks to healing, laced with soul, sensuality, and spirituality. Also a model, painter, a creative director. We're super excited to have you here in the studio. How you doing?
I'm good. Good morning.
Oh, when I say how are you doing, don't say I am good. Just say look at me.
I'm in.
I can see. It's super excited. I'm super excited to have you here in the studio.
Thanks for having me.
Wow. Now I have I'm just thinking in my head right now. I have about 4 or 5 friends that are called that have to go by the name Priye as well.
Okay.
And one thing I can say is they're all pretty. And they're also very interesting people that I can use the word sweet to define.
Ooh.
So let me ask you this. Would you define yourself as a sweet person?
I am sweet.
Okay.
I'm in.
Okay.
As you can see.
All right. I get it. I love it. Okay, now let's talk about your music. I was probably just reading through that, and you shared me some pictures earlier on about your art, and that you also draw. You're an artist.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering here, why music? Why are you choosing to brand yourself as an artist over an artist?
Man, first of all, I'm neither music or art. I'm both of them.
Okay.
Not collabo.
Look, not collabo. All right, yeah, go ahead.
So
Yeah.
Why music? It's gonna sound almost like the usual generic answers you get, but I mean, if no music, why
What else?
breathe? What else? You know, it's music is like my safe heaven. Music is my expression ground.
Okay.
You know, times when words can't play the part, music just helps express better.
All right, that's really awesome. I was reading through your profile, and I realized that your mom as well is also an amazing a singer, and she used to sing in church. And I'm just wondering, did that in any way influence your type of sound or your choice of music?
I would say I'm from a family of art. In fact, I'm from a family of creatives.
Oh, awesome.
My dad was an artist, and my dad could really sing back then.
Wow.
Let me take us back a little bit.
Oh, that's fine.
Growing up, usually we sit on the traditional dining, sit on dinings, and when we're done eating, my dad could just bring up one song, and then everyone just keeps on harmonizing. I could take like soprano, my sister could do the alto, so everyone in my family can sing.
Oh, lovely.
Everyone, no, except my brother.
Okay.
Except my brother.
There must just be that one person.
Except my brother.
When everybody is going right, the person is going left. Yes.
Yeah, so, why not music? Like, it would be disappointing coming from my family if I don't do music.
Yeah.
You know.
And I was reading your Spotify profile, and there's a part that really got to me. It says, I'm just trying to paraphrase right now, but it says something like this: I am new here. Let's see what life or what this has to offer me. Something like that. And it just shows me that there is someone or something in you that is willing to explore, that's willing to, try and just enjoy this time. With your music, I realize that you sing a lot about heartbreaks, about relationships, about what you're going through. Is this fiction, or are you really telling your stories?
I tell everyone's story, not just my story, and that's why it's very relatable.
Okay.
Sometimes it doesn't even have to be about me. I could see a movie and get inspiration from a character and then write about it.
All right.
And that's why a lot of people can relate to my music. So when I said I'm new here, it's because I'm new here. I mean, it's life. I mean, you wake up in the morning, you don't know what the day has for you. We're exploring the day, So I don't know what this has for me. I just want to explore with you guys and have fun.
All right. You have a new song out. It's been out for a month. Eminikon.
Eminikon.
Yes,
right.
It is just you.
It's just me. I'm the only one.
Okay. I really don't know. I'm just trying my best to move myself together. But I'm feeling the energy. I don't know. I'm feeling the energy. But I mean, it's just you. Why Eminikon? Why that song?
That song, man.
Because if you tell me, like, if someone says, I'm new here, it's just me, I think the next thing I'll probably want to say is, please, I need your help. Guys, I need everybody around. But when you say Eminikon, it means that you're saying, guys, I'm new here, but I'm coming to take over. That's what you're basically saying.
I mean, yeah, a little bit contradicting. But, I mean, I'm new here, but I know myself.
Okay.
I don't just know where this is.
Okay.
So as much as I'm exploring, I know who I am. So I'm introducing myself.
All right. You know what we'll do at this moment? Let's just enjoy a bit of that music.
Okay.
And you can just flow with us as we sing it here in the studio.
Okay.
All right. All right, let's go.
And you there. You tell your stuff off. But you see the still crashing in. Never. But good.
Awesome. When people get to think about heartbreak and things that they've gone through, it's always very interesting to find out that do you actually have someone in your life who actually, did something terrible that made you write a song? Do you have someone in your life like that?
Do I want to say it?
Do you know right now? You know what you're doing right now? You have there are about 16 or 17 different men that are watching right now from home, and they are saying, "Oh, say my name, mention my name,
Nope.
talk about me."
We're not gonna give them that publicity. Nope.
No,
it's only me,
but,
and that's why I'm here.
Yes.
And they're not.
All right, but Eminikon is out on all platforms, and I'm just wondering, what is the message really in the song? What are you trying to say?
Okay, so for that song, I want women.
Ooh.
Shout out to my ladies. I want women.
You're a feminist?
Yes, I am, of course. I want women to be very confident in their sensuality. I want women to be very confident in themselves because let me tell you, there's nobody out there but you. You're unique in every aspect. So if he likes, he goes around and whatever, he's still going to come back to you.
Yeah, so to be honest, when we met, you gave me this aura of someone who is about unity and love within the genders. But the way you're saying that, if he likes...
I want people to be confident because I know who I am and I know what I bring.
Yes, but men are also unique as well. They're unique.
But in this case, I know what I'm bringing to the table and I know that you would never find.
All right, so what are you bringing to the table?
Myself.
Awesome. That is. I was expecting you to say that and you said it. I love it. I really, really love it. Now, let's talk about features, possible features coming up in the future. Who are you? Who is that big person in Nigeria right now that you're thinking, if I can just get this person on my song, it is it for me? What are you looking at?
There are a lot of them. But if I would mention a few.
Yeah.
Rappers. I like rappers. Because rap and R&B just have this very they blend properly, you know. Right. So you have like Ladipo, you have MI, you have Vector. There are a lot of them. Odumodu Black.
Odumodu Black. Kala.
Yeah, that would be very interesting because of his style of rap and my style of music. I would really like to see how that will play out.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Odumodu, if you're watching, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. If you're watching right now. All right, but let's talk about your art. I was just looking through your gallery, and I realized that you have amazing pictures, and then you draw as well.
Thank you
and I'm just wondering, does this? How do you put this together? What does this inspire your music in any way, or do you listen, or how do you draw these things? Tell me, just give me the story there.
Man, sometimes I ask myself.
We have them on the screen right now. Just look at that one.
Oh yeah, I really like this one.
Yeah.
I did this when I was at a very low time in life.
Wow.
Because you can see there's a tiny human and in a forest, lost, confused. But then again, you can see the ray of light.
Yes,
We
it is
all
beautiful.
have that.
Wow.
You know, I mean, if you're confused, if you're lost, just believe in your inner light. It will show you and guide you.
That's good. Can we get another one? Because I mean, that is pretty. Just to share from your knowledge. Okay, look at this one. Wow, you have one. Okay, let me interpret this one my way.
Okay.
And then you tell me if I'm right.
Let's
Okay.
see.
So we have two hands, and one is in need and search of help, and then there's another that is saying, "Come, let me help you."
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're just saying yeah because?
No.
You know,
I mean, everyone interprets it how.
But how do you interpret this?
But it's still in line with what you said. It's a cry for help.
Cry for help.
Yeah.
I love it. Awesome. I'm hoping that your cover art, you draw them yourself.
I design all my cover arts.
Yeah.
All of them.
Guess what I'm thinking? I have this mad idea and I think you would love it.
Okay.
Oh, these ideas don't just come. Wow, think about this.
Okay.
Cover art, music. Because I also sing, by the way, T Sparkles.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, if you just Google my name online, you see.
Okay.
Think about it. Me and you facing each other, like your face is on the left,
Okay.
my face is on the right. We're looking at each other.
Okay.
And then just there we have smoke from the middle.
Okay.
And then give it a title.
I'm trying to understand why
All right,
this is
while you're
smoke.
thinking of that one, look at this one. We have another one on the screen right now.
Oh, literally smoke out of
You
his
see?
head.
You see? All right. And what is happening here?
Okay, I really like this word. I call it man. But not man as a gender, man as a human. It could be a woman, it could be a man. So you have someone who is in perfect physique,
Okay.
and that's all people see. But if you see his head is on fire,
Okay.
but if you see the ground, it's fruitful. The grasses are green and
Wow.
nice. So when people see you, they don't care. If you're down, if you're dying,
Yes, you
as
look
long as
fine to them.
You look fine and they're good.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
that's all people keep proud.
Whew, that is interesting right there.
I like to explore like that.
You know what I'm going to do one of these days? We'll probably just go out together because I draw as well. And then you probably just draw my
Wow, you
picture.
sing and then you draw as well.
Yeah, the one that's trying to make me
Are
blow
you
my
sure
trumpet
you're
right
not
now.
whining me?
And I'm not whining. I don't do that. So why?
okay.
So I'm actually thinking we'll just go out together, spend some time while you draw my picture. I just
Okay.
draw you. Yeah? Would you love that?
Okay.
Are we giving a high five to that?
I mean, okay.
Yes, exactly. All right. So at this point, we're going to take you to the kitchen. We always have something special for our final guest
like
of the show.
food.
Yes, it is food, and you would love it. You would love it because the food itself is an art.
Of course.
Yes. Oh yes. All right. Okay. All right. Guys, that is all we can take at this time. I hope you guys have enjoyed the interview, but do not go anywhere. We have an amazing segment coming up in the kitchen right now with the beautiful, the 11th.
All right, then. This is your kitchen today, Rume. What happened in the kitchen today?
Oh, Chef Baby Sasa whipped up some really nice egusi soup and semo. Can you tell me good luck?
Yeah.
It looks so good.
It looks so
So there's
amazing.
stockfish, there's pomo. There's a lot of obstacles, like she would like to call it, in here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of love in there as well.
Love, yeah.
Yeah.
And effort.
What's
yeah.
your favorite part of this dish, though? Your favorite part? What?
I think it will be the egusi.
The egusi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can pair it with anything. So if it's not semo, it's rice. If it's not rice, it's pounded yam. If it's not pounded yam, it's amala. It's
A
eba. So
plethora
it's-
of swallows.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Amazing. Please, do us the honor, have a taste,
Wow.
and let us know what you think. You got it?
You know, I really love egusi, by the way.
Oh, for real?
This is my favorite soup. Yes.
So when she's cooking it for you later, she knows.
And the crazy part is that the last
I saw what you did there. too.
Yeah. All right, have a taste.
Let me start with the obstacle.
Yeah.
Very important.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
come on now.
That is it. That is it.
Yes.
It's even making you dance.
That is it.
Yes.
That is it. That is
Very
nice. Enter.
Love it.
Fantastic. And it has been a tantalizingly tasty Tuesday, especially with you, Chef Baby.
Thank you so much.
And of course, with Rume joining us. Welcome to the grind.
Thank you.
So today was your welcoming day. Well, from tomorrow, we are going to put you to work.
No problem.
We are going to be working.
I'm up for it.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's do the work. I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Ready.
Yes, so
Yes.
Wake Up Nigeria will be back tomorrow morning from 7 a.m. Y'all, make it a date with us. Bye.